there's a holy grail when it comes to development productivity. The holy grail is, how can I have to write as little code as possible to do something and the code still work as I expect, while at the same time, if I need to be specific about it, I can. Let's take remix forms as an example for this. Remix forms, you write the schema for your form, where it's a Zod schema for those who know Zod, and you magically render the form on the screen. Not only that, if you connect the backend to the frontend with just a couple of lines of code, you have the whole UX UI from backend to frontend, from frontend to backend and back. This is not new. Many people already created schema-based forms, especially libraries or low-code platforms. They all use schemas to generate forms. This is not new at all. What I think is new about remix forms, and what I think takes us closer to this holy grail, is that with remix forms, I can start with the convention, the default UI, and then only customize the bits of the UI that I can, without having to switch away from this magical automatic generation. What was common in other libraries and low-code frameworks is like, okay, you have your auto-generated form that's generated from a schema, from a database, etc. This form will be generated automatically for you, and if you change something on the database, it will update the form for you. This is beautiful, but very commonly on other low-code approaches, if you want to create a custom experience, like tweak the UI a little bit, even sometimes positioning the elements differently, etc., then you need to switch away from the auto-generated form to a 100% custom form. That's very common when it comes to form libraries and low-code tools. What remix forms does, and this holy grail I'm talking about is all about, is when I need to customize something, I can only customize what I need. And if I make changes to the schema, it will update everything up to the level of customization I designed. So I can, when using remix forms, for example, in real projects, I have, let's say 90% of the forms I have in my software are the one-liner form. Like one line and it renders the form for us and the whole experience, backend and frontend. Then for about 7%, this is 100% guess, by the way, 7% of the forms are 5 lines of code with a little bit of configuration, like customization. And then I have 3%, the other 3% of the forms are like very customized. I have, for example, a form with a tag cloud, like very common tag cloud in UIs. This kind of thing I can do today only by using 100% customization on the field level for remix forms. But the other fields, they don't need to be updated the same way. They don't need to be custom. They can be like, say, remix forms, please render for me field A, B, and C automatically, and then let me render field D manually, and everything type safe from end to end. So I used remix forms as an example of what we're trying to achieve at Seasoned. At Seasoned, we hope to get to the holy grail of software development, which is everything is automatic. The code writes itself, but if we need to go deeper, we can. And we're far away from where we want to get to, but what we have today with domain functions, one of our libraries, and remix forms gets us much, much, much closer to this holy grail. And most of it is not our merit. It's basically Remix and React Router 6.4 that I'll leave for another video to talk more about it. I've talked about it a ton here, but yes, 90% of it is their merit, merit, 10% of it is our merit. And there's another hidden 10% that's our patience, because we've been trying to do this with other frameworks for a long time. And now, fortunately, we can get closer to it.